Hello and welcome to the program. Okay, stocks were ripping today, super high, very bullish. Overall market today, the Dow finished up 1.65%, the S&P 500 1.85%, the Nasdaq 2.25%. Crude oil WTI went up to 4%. Now it's 71.33 per barrel. That's pretty impressive. And the Dixie relative strength of the dollar is 101.28. It went up, now it's back down. 10-year yield 3.43%. So before we get into it here with some technical analysis, please support the channel. Our goal is to get 100 subscribers. So if you could click the subscribe button and the like button, we appreciate that. Helps get the video out. So let's get into it. Here's the daily chart on the SPY. Boy, here's a year-to-date chart. And we had 3 days of selling off all the way down to this resistance here of 404 and gapped up, opened at 408, finished at 412. And that's a pretty impressive move here. And if we're going to zoom out here, let's take this to the weekly chart. So we do have a red candle for the week, but it's got two big bottom tails back-to-back weeks, which is bullish. It did break this downtrend line here, which is the orange line. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. So it did break that, and we're still in this uptrend here, which is pretty aggressive. So there you go. It's like we're heading into a wedge here. I'll make this one orange as well. So we're heading, well, we're past the downtrend. So we're out of this wedge, but resistance here is at 416. And is it going to break back down to 405? We'll have to see. That's going to be interesting. So that's the weekly chart. And the QQQ representing the Nasdaq. Look at that bullish day today. Opened at 318, closed at 322. After 3 down days, still above this trend line. Well, it was a downtrend line, but we're above it. And we are staying above it, it looks like. Our next target is going to be this 330, this the white line up here, 334. Let's try the weekly chart real fast. And here's the weekly chart. Very bullish looking. A green week. Not much, but a nice big bottom tail here, which means it's bullish. It wants to go up. It really does want to go up to this 334 level. That's the next resistance. And it's holding support, which was resistance at 313. Now became support. So that's going to be interesting. And take a look at that on a month. There you go on the monthly chart. That's again still looking bullish. We still got an uptrend here. I think we're going to, it's definitely wants to go for this target of 334. No doubt about it. And here's the daily action on the QQQ. Just grinded up all day long. And around 11:30ish, it kind of went sideways and then back up. We'll take a look at the SPY on that. I think the SPY did pretty much the same thing. Grinded all day, look at that, right up. What a beautiful chart. That is nice. Some of the big winners here today was Tesla, 5.5% rise. That's an impressive chart. Let's take a look. Where are we here? There's the year-to-date chart right here. We're still in this area of a down channel. So we'll have to see, but it was a nice bullish move. Apple, big move today, 4.69%. And that jumped right up. You can see the intraday charts here. Here was earnings yesterday. It's just shot straight up. And then pretty much grinded all day long today. Look at that, just grinded it. Well, it went right up at market open. You could have bought this 170 and look, it went right up to what, 173. Still holding 173. Actually, it reached 174 and closed at 173. Nevertheless, nice move. AMD up 3.73%. It's a nice move. This is the daily chart. Here's today's intraday action. Wow, look at that, just went right up. Could have bought it at 84, all the way up to $90. That's impressive. That's very bullish. What else we got going on here? Bank of America's up 2.5%. Not too much there. JP Morgan 1.95%. It did gap up. Amazon up 1.59%. Still holding this uptrend here. That's Amazon is in that uptrend. And we'll make that orange. So Amazon's holding strong. You can see there's a line there. It just appeared. So as long as it stays, and we got some tops here. Zoom out, take a look. Yeah, it definitely passed resistance of 104. So resistance was 104. There's a slight gap here from 104 to 105, but it filled that gap. Filled the gap today. And there's a gap here from 106 to 109. I would say its target's 109. We'll put a trend line there. There you go. We'll make that orange as well. $109.29. Actually, we can bring that down a little bit. There we go. 109.07. That's the target. That's where Amazon wants to go. But you never know. Will it hold up? That's just my prediction. Anything else good on here? Well, AT&T, a small update today, but they got hit hard. Even though earnings were decent, but they're kind of, they're big debt. But that was a big drop off. But there's a big gap here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it fill this gap eventually from 1872 to 1962. Verizon, small green day, 1.29%. It did break out of that downtrend. And I'm going to draw this trend line here. We'll make that orange. Seems to be support for Verizon. 36.57. And we'll put a price on that. And its range, I'm going to draw another trend line here for it. There's a red candle there. We got this. I would say it's trying. We'll make that orange as well. Okay, there's the range it's in. Back from like October. So we've got 36.57 to 39.21 for Verizon. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. Palantir, small 0.5% rise. But there's a daily chart that's been coming down. Here's year to date right here on the screen. Down, down, down. Look at that for the past like week and a half. But it's in this. It's got this range. We'll have to see what happens here if we zoom out. We got this range here: resistance, low support. Let's see what happens. And very top up here. Intel down day 0.80%. Let's zoom. Here's year to date. Year to date chart. Still holding this uptrend. It's staying in its higher brackets here. So it's trying to hold. Let's zoom out. It's trying to work its way back. Double bottom, triple bottom down here at 25.40. Then it found some support at 28.37. And now it's trying to make support at 30.49. And we'll see silver was down 1.55% with the cost of the value of the dollar going up. That brought the price of silver down. Here's the intraday action right here. we're going to reach the high and a low in the same 23.97 to 23.12 right after hours, and then right at market open. So there you go. That's so what's going to happen next week? There's already another bank, a regional bank's going into trouble here, and we'll have to see. You know, the sell in May and go away theory. I don't know. Is that going to work this year? Right now, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. I mean, the market's strong. The SPY is definitely holding this range of 416 as a high to 403. So we'll have to see what as more data comes out. Apparently, jobs report today wasn't as good as they wanted to fight inflation. For the Fed, the Fed wants to see jobless claims go up and the price per hour or whatever their yearly pay to go down to get control on the inflation. So we'll have to see what happens there. And there's the SPY. So, alrighty, we appreciate. We're going to keep this. Has been an interesting week, and there's going to be a lot of other stuff happening next week. We'll have to see. Is the SPY going to go back to 416? Or we actually find new support now around this 410 area. So I'll keep you posted up to date. I appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel. Hope everybody's having a nice green week trading the stocks. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.